Hello everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome to another video. The video today is going to be a video log, just reporting what I've been doing throughout February and the plans for the rest of March. It's going to be a bit long. I have quite a few items listed here that I want to go over, but I think it should be interesting, especially for people who support me through Patreon, so they are in touch with the things that I've been doing and that I supposedly will do in the near future. If you want to comment on anything, like start a discussion about it, feel free to post on the comments about any of these topics. I'm very open to, just discuss them with the general audience. Anyways, hydration first, and then let's get onto it. So, first topic that I had listed here, one of the main things that took a lot of time from me on February was lovebyte, everything about lovebyte. I was working on it up until the actual event, doing some videos. I posted a couple of them, doing the a year's summary of the tiny intros for size coding throughout the whole year. Was divided into two parts. It was shown during the party. It took a lot of editing work to gather everything and put everything and sync and multiple versions of the video to have everything properly tuned in. So I hope you enjoyed the video and got some found some hidden gems out of it. It was fun doing it despite the work, just more workload than I usually put into the videos that I edit regarding the demo scene. But it was still fun to do. Another stuff that I was also working for with lovebyte was doing the recordings for the byte battles for the quarterfinals. I didn't manage to commentate live on the actual work. There was some miscommunication. I woke up too late. I didn't even know if they wanted to use me or not for the commentary. Ended up not being online on time, and then they were already figured out with other people, which is fine. And so they did the semifinals and final without me, which is okay because I didn't have to clash with the rest of the schedule in the household. The compos themselves on lovebyte were pretty cool as well. I did a few entries for them as well. Executable graphics, 512 byte intro. So I had some fun with it. Managed to catch some of the entries live, which was cool. I didn't manage to catch some of the others. Had to wait till the late evening to catch the reruns. Still missed some stuff. So in terms of organization, I think the event could have went a bit smoother. A big advocate for video on demand being available. I have complained about it before to the rest of the organizers, and I will complain again. I will probably get into trouble for raising that issue yet again, but I will have to do it because I really think that it's crucial that a demo party should have a video on demand, especially if you expect people to vote. So yeah, that being said, I think overall lovebyte was pretty good. We had a very big turnout in terms of number of releases being released. The quality was also pretty stellar, so pretty cool event. Included most of the thoughts about it on the demo scene report video that I've been doing monthly. That also took me some work to do throughout February. But during the evenings while I was waiting for the lovebyte reruns to happen on the stream, I took upon jailbreaking my Wii and installing some homebrew on it and did a video about it as well. My plan was to check what video games there were for 3-year-olds that we had from the massive list of Wii games that we barely even touched. Some of them we literally never played. Like half of the Wii games that we have on this household, we have the CD and we never played them at all. We moved. We had the Wii when we were in Finland, so like 8-10 years ago, maybe less, I'm not sure, I can't remember the exact years anymore. We played a while there, a little bit, and then I came to Portugal, and Christina barely plays any video games, so she didn't get much use out of the Wii. The Wii stayed with her. And then when we moved back together, we brought the Wii and we never connected it again. So I was looking for stuff that I could play with my kid once he's like 3.5 or something like that, and start, using the controllers and stuff. And the disk drive was working on the Wii. So like, no disk drive. So I looked up online how to repair the disk drive, how to get it working. If it's a common issue, you could replace it. But I also checked online that I could just, jailbreak it and put some homebrew on it and just run the games from like physical SSD disk instead of messing around with the disk drives. So that's what I did. Spent my weekend doing that, and then recorded the video, how to video and how to do those things. I learned a few things. Was interesting. Still have the Wii next to me here. Haven't put it away yet. Haven't really played any games. I played like Super Mario Kart, like one set of 4 tracks. That's all that I played with the Wii. Since I managed to install homebrew on it. I want to play Super Mario Galaxy at some point because I hear it's good for the Wii. And haven't played it yet. I managed to recover a lost save which was still on the SD card of Super Mario Brothers. Because that was the one game on the Wii that I used to play when I was in Finland alone while Christina was at work and I was tired of working at home alone. I would turn on the Wii and I would play Super Mario Brothers. I didn't get very far. I got stuck at the ice levels, and I picked it up again now, and I was still stuck at the ice levels. Didn't play it for very much long, but it was fun that the save lasted for like years. Anyways, enough about the Wii. I'm also waiting for some parts from the Dreamcast to hack it together as well, which was weird. I ordered 3 things at the same time. 2 of them were coming from the same supplier, both of them for the Dreamcast, and the other one was for the megadrive. All of them were shipped around the same time, around the same week and a half. One of them arrived. The estimated arrival for the megadrive controller was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the estimated arrival for the Dreamcast stuff is about a month from now, which was weird in itself, but different suppliers, whatever. So Mega Drive controller, which was already supposed to arrive, hasn't arrived yet, but meanwhile Frankie sent me the one that he was owing me from Retro Cable, so I have a Mega Drive controller. Not that big of a deal. I'm just waiting for the other one. It's just funny that it hasn't arrived yet, despite it should have. Already complained about it on eBay. Anyways, doesn't matter. Dreamcast stuff. Both of them were sent from the same supplier on the same day, sharing a tracking number, but there are 2 items. One of them arrived, the other one did not. So I'm wondering, did it get lost on the thing? Does it only have 1 tracking number, but it's actually 2 different shippings? What's up with that? So I'm waiting for the deadline to end to see if I actually receive it or not, if I need to complain, and it's like still a month away or something like that, so I'm still waiting. And eventually both of those kits will arrive. What I ordered was a replacement for the battery and a replacement for the disc to have like a SD card for the Dreamcast, and I need to replace them both at the same time, or I want to replace both of them at the same time because that's what makes sense. The main problem with the Dreamcast was that the power would just go down after playing a few minutes, so I know I need to replace the power supply. But if I replace it for this alternative, I think the alternative expects that I'm not using the Laserdisc anymore. And anyways, the Laserdisc does like a ton of noise, so I really want to replace it anyways. And it's just more convenient to have everything with an SD card. Which reminds me that I probably should buy more SD cards, because if I'm using one for the Wii and I'm using one for the Mister, and I don't have any SD cards left, so I'm gonna need one for the Dreamcast. I should probably order that as well. I'm gonna order that from Amazon, not from a random Chinese place, because they're usually counterfeit when I order. I ordered from Chinese place before, got counterfeits, don't want to go there, want to pay big money for a proper reliable one. Anyways, that was another of the things that I was doing on February. Then I was doing a lot of stuff for enoughrec. we're launching a call for works for synthwave compilation, synthwave and thereabout genres. So I was doing that, contacting a lot of people, putting out the website, listing all the stuff that you need to know to submit tracks. Started getting some things, also spammed on Facebook a lot, sent a lot of messages to Bandcamp, which got ignored, poked some people on Discord. So a lot of managing stuff that goes along with doing a compilation. Already got quite a good number of entries, and the deadlines for like end of April. So I think I'm gonna get quite a few more. Probably gonna end up like Dark Vault 3 divided into multiple volumes. We'll see how that works out. Still don't know what to do with the cover artwork. I do want to get something classy. Don't know what the name of the compilation is going to be yet either. Need to figure that out. Get someone to do the cover artwork for it. And last but not least, someone to do the mixing for it. I've been searching for some more tutorials on how to use Reaper to do proper beat matching mixes, to have like a tighter mix than the stuff that I do for the radio show. I got the basics out of it, but it's really hard to figure out the beats. I think I need to go proper math on it, like get an application to actually calculate the tempo of the thing, of both things, and scale accordingly, and use that as beat matching instead of, eyeballing it. Because sometimes the beats are logical, but I don't know if I should be trimming at the beginning of the beat or at the end of the beat of the bar. So I know the basics behind it, but in practical terms, I'm always left wondering if I'm cutting things properly. Also, previously knowing the tempo of the songs really helps to know which ones need like to have a very big scaling factor or not. If you're scaling just a little bit, it's not as perceptible that the track is being sped up. And my ear is a bit, I can't distinguish high tempo from low tempo. I notice that it's faster, but I don't know how faster it is. So I think I need to figure out a good program that does like proper tempo matching, or something that I hit tap. I know that I have some DJ software that probably does that for me. I have a version of Tractor. If I throw the tracks there, it will calculate the tempo, and I can also beat match with the thing. So maybe that's a way that I can use Tractor to like feel out the things and then go to Reaper and actually do the final mix there. It's an idea. Anyways, still thinking about that, but I have time. The compilation is only going to be released in June, so I have time to figure all that stuff out. Meanwhile, I have some new releases for Enough Records. One of them just got out. It's from a friend of mine, Guilherme. They just came out, called Vimana. Just standard experimental ambient stuff, which was worth releasing. I had spent some time preparing that and uploading that as well. There's a text release coming out as well by André, Coelho, which I also been preparing and uploading to multiple platforms. Going to be released on the 7th of March, so in a few days. Of course, I've been spending some time recording the latest issues of the radio show as well. I checked out some platform issues as well, because I saw a call for crowdfunding for Resonate, and I had tried Resonate before, but I had an issue where I had to do every single artist page manually, and when you start having hundreds of artists like I do, it's just a pain in the ass to keep logging out and logging in and managing everything individually. So I was hoping for a label page to exist, but a few years have passed and they still don't have a label page. There was a contact form. I filled it out. I sent it to them. They replied that they are very happy to hear that I'm interested, but they don't have the system in place yet. But they are having like a crowdfunding thing for it, and the system doesn't seem that bad. Seems like a decent alternative to Spotify. Let's see how it works out, or how they advance in the future. I'm very interested to put Enough Records catalog there if they ever get it working for a label, at the label level. So yeah, let's see how that evolves. Talking about things not being manageable at the label level, FMA had some news that they were working on some monetization stuff that's going to be launched at Mozilla conference in a few weeks. And I'm like, but your system has been broken for over a year. I can't claim my own artist page. I tried it for like 3 or 4 times, and so I went back to the page, tried it again. Still doesn't work. Tried to look into it a bit better. It doesn't accept large files, so I can't upload the radio shows. It's just unusable. I can't claim my own page, so I can't do anything as a label, and I can't do anything as an artist. And they want you to, if you're a registered artist, they want you to claim your page, but it only works for the people who actually registered themselves, not if the label created the artist profile, which in the case of Enough Records, I was the one who created most of the artist profiles, and those are the ones I don't have access to. So it's a bit of a mess. I sent them another mail stressing the issue once more. I already talked with them about this 1 year ago. Maybe the system has improved since then. It doesn't seem like it has, but their communication to the people is claiming that it's, they're going to help monetize net labels. I'm a net label. I don't see how this is working. So I don't know. I didn't want to flame them on Facebook, but I do have to talk about it on my YouTube channel. It's a bit ridiculous, and I hope they come out with a resolution. If they are serious about having FMA working properly again, they need to have proper label management working again. The curator accounts need to work again. They can't rely on only the artists that were previously signed. It doesn't even work for if you're a new artist. Well, maybe it does. Maybe I should create dummy accounts for all the new artists. Maybe that's the solution, but that's just stupid. I don't want to keep track of all the different artists that I want to manage. And also, how do I claim the old albums that were released as the artist name? They don't respond to my claim page on my own artist page. I don't PS artist exists there with tons of albums, like half a dozen of them at least, and I can't claim it. I tried it 3-4 times. They don't reply to my email. You click, they say, okay, we'll analyze and send you an email. No email. Not on spam, not anywhere for over a year. So how the hell? So anyways, the last thing about platforms that I wanted to talk about was Bandcamp. Bandcamp just got bought by Epic Games. What does that mean? No one really knows. Some people are freaking out. Other people are not freaking out. I'm curious how it will evolve. The purchasing memo says that they will just use the technology from Epic Games to improve Bandcamp, like streaming services that they have or they were planning to have. The way that they serve things, they're going to use the technology that is in place in Epic and the know-how that is in place in Epic, and they're going to make the Bandcamp experience remain what it is, but better, more resilient, and more future thinking. They say they're not going to change anything about the monetization model. I'll wait till I see changes. When some changes arrive, then I'll call it bullshit. Until then, I'm going to have a little good faith and trust that they will keep doing as they are doing. I'm still uploading the back catalog of enough records to Bandcamp. Hope to finish doing it by the end of the year or something like that. I've been uploading 1 track a day, which seems like a lot, but when you have over 500 individual releases, that means it takes over a year to get everything uploaded. And we already have a lot of stuff on Bandcamp, so maybe at the end of when I reach summer, maybe we'll be about done with the catalog. I haven't really counted how much is missing. Well, actually, I did count that for I did a rough estimate for the transparency report I wrote for Enough Records. Let me open it up real quick. And they don't have a system for listing the number of albums that you had. So I had to manually count them, open the Bandcamp page, list all the releases that I had, and count all the rows that it had, multiply everything by 3, and get a rough estimate of, and of course I could have miscounted at some point, and I didn't count it multiple times because I have better things to do in my life than make sure that was correct. But I did do it at least once. and the estimate that we have available is 68% of our stuff. So not that much. Still a lot of things missing. Most of it is back catalog stuff from 2008, mostly 2009. There are some holes there that I need to go over and fill up. And those years we were very active in enoughrec. We had like multiple releases coming out on the same day even. So a lot of stuff to upload. I also want to put the books there because apparently you can have books available. You can have PDFs, just PDF available there. So I want to upload the book catalog stuff as well. That's all on my to-do list for stuff to do coming up soon. Meanwhile, other stuff that happened in February. Apparently, I'm getting a new house. We are going to get in debt for 25 years to pay off the mortgage or loan, bank loan to get out. But we need to move because we're tired of our neighbor yelling at his wife, and we're tired of the building keepers not wanting to do the proper facade works reparations that it needs. The elevator always keeps breaking down as well, so there needs to be some investment in repairing the building, and there are no, like, the current company that's taking care of the what's the damn word for condominium? Condominium, is it called condominium in English? Let me Google translate this real quick. Condominium. Okay. So we have a company behind it, and the company behind it is not holding the regular things. It doesn't respond to emails on a timely manner. It doesn't respond to emails at all. It only responds when it sends you like the invoice of what you're supposed to pay, and they only respond to that like months after it's been sent. So they're just been dragging their feet, just claiming money, not doing anything, as far as I can tell, for the building. They're now holding a meeting in a few days, actually, which is not even on the building and at a weird hour. So I don't know what the hell is up. Either ways, we're tired of the situation. We have been looking for alternatives. We found a place that's very close by. It's about the same size as this building, as this current place, and we're gonna go through with the bank loan. Get it there, move our stuff there, which is movable by hand because it's just down the street. We can take our time moving the stuff as well. We don't have to worry about that. And at some point, we will put this building up for, or this apartment up for a rental in some shape or form, or try to sell it. We're not sure yet, but we're going to do something to get our money back out of the thing. We're probably going to rent it because it's going to be after the 25 years that it pays for the other loans. It will also be a nice income for our retirement, which in 25 years we're going to need. Because I'm not counting on retirement fund from Portuguese state, even because I'm not working full-time anymore. So I would need to get proper retirement in Portugal. You need to be working and getting highly paid for the last 10 years before your retirement. The accrued time that you have worked counts, but more importantly is those last 10 years. You need to have a high salary to have a high retirement. And I'm not counting on getting any retirement as well. I think the system is going to go bankrupt at some point in time. So I'm not counting on it. I'm counting the bare minimums, and I'm counting on making my own, myself, some savings that will last me for if I have any issues in the future. It's wishful thinking. I don't care. That's how I'm decided to live my life. So yeah. So we're getting a new house, and rent might help pay for retirement bills in the end afterwards. So let's see how that works out. More stuff that I've been doing in February. I've been working for the demoscene meteoriks jury. I'm head of one of the categories. I'm a jury member of another one. So been rewatching a lot of stuff, commentating on a lot of demo productions from last year, and pushing other people to meet the deadlines, which were at the end of February. We had all of the submissions in, and now we have until 11th of March to decide the nominees for the stuff. This will of course be revealed at I think actually the nominees is going to be revealed to the public already in March, but then the winners will only be revealed during revision itself, and we're going to talk about revision in a while. Actually, we can talk about it now. So revision already been announced. It's going to be online only again, but they're decided to have satellite events. That means that we will have small parties, as much as COVID restrictions allow, scattered throughout the world, supposedly. So far, there are only a few confirmed in Europe, but the aim is to be wherever that you can hold a thing and you have seniors that want to go there. You can organize it and get in touch with the revision organization crew. They'll send you some merchandise to help promote the event. And yeah, it's going to be free to submit stuff on revision. It's going to be streamed online, and the idea is to have these different pockets of demo seniors scattered throughout the world watching and interacting with the rest of the main revision live stream. So we are organizing one in Portugal, me and Genio. Well, mostly Gino is looking for a place. I decided that we probably can hold it at our own apartments, either mine or Genio's. If we have enough quorum, we'll find a place, and Genio already has a few contacts. We have all the live streaming stuff ready to go, pretty much saved from Inercia last year. Genio has all of that stuff, and I'm willing to host and help in whatever shape necessary. It's mostly just watching, so it's not that much work organizing. It's just, renting a space and making sure that we have people to come. So we're poking some Portuguese people, see if they're going to show up or not. We haven't really fully advanced full on yet. We decided to leave that till after Lovebyte, which we have now done. So we're going to keep moving this forward. It's one of the items on our to-do list for March, is to get this snowball rolling in that front. We did organize Momentum live again for the first time in probably a year or something like that. It went okay. A lot of people bailed on showing up. People that said that they would show up, they didn't show up. We ended up just being 4 people and 3 children from Genio at the place, at the location. It was a nice afternoon. We talked about demoscene, but it felt a bit like I was a bit wasting my time because people don't show up, which is my thought about these kind of gatherings to begin with. We should be using them to work on something or just purely socialize. And if it's purely to socialize, why don't you just come over to my place? I don't have to travel to begin with, which for me, to go to Lisbon, and I like to stay at home nowadays. I enjoy the comfort of being home, and having a kid at home as well gives me extra motives to needing to be at home as much as possible during the weekends in particular, which is when we are able to do these kind of things. So for me, it feels a bit counterproductive, but Genio and Zero Shift still feel like organizing these events. We had a newcomer around, so we explained a lot of the demo scene to him. So in that regard, it was a positive outcome. Let's see if he will do something for Inercia or not. Hopefully he will. But yeah, I guess that was a net profit. But to me personally, it felt like I could have just as easily been socializing with these people online, and it would have been just as fun and less time consuming. So that's my bottom line. But I wish that people, if we are organizing this encounters monthly, I wish at least the Lisbon-based people would show up. Just to pretend that we have a demo scene in Portugal. a little for a couple hours every month. That would be cool. Anyways, I'm done bashing the Portuguese scene for being lazy and not showing up. Let's move on to other stuff. I also been working on the February monthly report for the demo scene. That took also a while preparing. And then the whole Ukrainian thing happened in February, and I've been working with Christina to figure out in what way we can support people. We mostly been donating stuff that we had lying around in terms of clothes and medical supply, and talking online with people about the whole crisis. And we are a bit scared, we are a bit worried how things will evolve, and I feel very bad for all the Ukrainian people who are being driven away from their homes, and also the Russian people who are caught with this lunatic invading Ukraine and forcing the international community to put sanctions into Russia. So I have a lot of friends who are going to suffer both from Ukraine and Russia over this whole mess that Putin has instigated. So I'm hoping that the situation will get resolved soon. I don't have any control over it, and I'm hoping it doesn't escalate further into, nuclear warfare or Third World War, or, a longer war in Ukraine than it already has been. So I don't know how things will go. And it feels a bit weird to be doing, doing stuff for the demo scene and like net label when we're in the brink of world war. It feels a bit weird that you're like, these are the priorities that I have in life, doing ethereal stuff on the interwebs while the world might crumble at any moment. But it is what it is, and the world keeps spinning despite crazy dictators doing stuff. So keep focusing on the stuff that I do, and hopefully figure stuff out. So what am I going to do for March? The roadmap for me. First, I want to finish the new album that I've been working on. It was one of the things that I wanted to mention and forgot to mention. I've been working on, I did like 3 sessions overall, checking out material that I had lying around, remixing some old stuff, mixing it together and trying to create like a narrative out of it, picking out some random samples and throwing at it and see how it works. I've layered down something. I'm not completely sure that it's okay. I need to listen to it a few more times and see what parts I like, which parts I don't like. Already tweaked it a little bit, but I think I need to tweak it a little bit more. And meanwhile, I've been doing this demo scene report video, so I haven't had time to focus on the album. So it's one of my next items on my to-do list. I want to do ENRMP 500 on enoughrec. I wanted to be mine, as I have also gotten for the 400 and 300 and 200. I think I got all of them. Actually, let me check if I have 200 as well. Because I know 400 I have for sure. 300, yes, it's also mine. It's the Wake Up album, which was a bit rushed. I wasn't completely happy with that. And the 200 is also mine. It's the Cadets versus PS release that we did the live show at in Helsinki, and we did a recording of that, and then that got released. And the 100 release is also mine as Enedra, which was the band that I had with Fred, the other founder of enoughrec. So all of these round numbers are usually mine, so I want to keep that tradition going and have an album ready for the 500 release. So that's why I'm pushing forward this idea of finishing an album soon, a new album. It's going to be like my 14th, 15th album. So yeah. Other stuff that I already mentioned, working on the revision satellite, that's also high on my to-do list right now. Meteoriks jury duty, it's going to end soon, so it's going to take a lot of personal time discussing stuff on Slack with the other juries for this first few days of March at least. Then I want to do a TIC 80 invitation for Inercia to be released at Revision. I had a logo from Harvest that I want to use. I'm bothering some people for music, even though no one has done anything yet. And I have a few effect ideas as well that I want to test out and try to, create some narrative out of it. But I'm a bit dependent on what music we will have. So I'm waiting for that, but I'll probably have to bother some people more actively for them to do the damn music. And then they're going to ask me, what kind of music you want? If I knew what I wanted, I would have been doing it myself. Just do something and then we'll figure something out. Other stuff that I also have on my to-do list that I haven't gone around to yet, patch the wuhu bug that's been around for over a year now, that has been known when you shift stuff around in the compos to another compo. If it's not like the bottom item on the list, SQL, PHP will start throwing you errors, SQL will blow up, and it was a pain in the ass to deal with in last minute at Inercia, and lovebyte had the same issue as well. So clearly it's not just me, it's something wrong with wuhu. I want to look into it. I haven't found the time yet, but eventually, if no one does it, I want to have it fixed for Inercia, if push comes to shove. And then there's another item on my to-do list for a while, which is to another update for the N++ assistant that I was doing for the N++ video game community. There were some changes that I wanted to implement. Still had some stuff on the to-do list there that I was just too lazy to check, but there was like some new developments. Some people did a language pack to include in the installer, make that easily accessible to install and backtrack to the original ones. And also information on the profile, because I got some information from Eddie, which is like one of the masterminds on the community of N++, and he detailed me how the profile works, or what they know about the profile, and I want to incorporate some of that knowledge into N++ Assistant so that when you select a profile, it will give you information on like the percentage of game completion that you are on the profile. That alone would already be awesome to have. Detecting if the profile is corrupt would be another very good step. Stuff like that I wanted to implement for a long while, but I've been caught up with the whole lovebyte work that I had been doing. So yeah, these are the items that I want to focus on next. It's already 36-minute long video, so I'm going to wrap things up. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all of these stuff. If you want to talk about a specific topic, I'm very open to discuss about those topics in particular. If you have any comments, any suggestions, please feel free. And if you'd like to support me for all these things that I've been doing, you're very much welcome to do so. That's why I have a Patreon running, patreon.com/psenough. You're very welcome to donate whatever you feel like my work is worth to you. €1 would be awesome, €3 would be spectacular, €5 buys me beer, €10 puts food on my table and helps me pay off the bank loan for the new house that I apparently just decided to buy with Christina. So yeah, that's it for this video. See you next video. Bye bye everyone. Have a great day.